Perhaps no sports figure has been photographed more than Richard Petty. If you're a die-hard race fan, you've perhaps subscribed to one of the racing papers or magazines, and you see all of the pictures and stories that are involved. It takes a lot of people to put all of that together. Now this week we're going to focus on the paparazzi in the pits.
You often see their work, but seldom see their faces, constantly clicking away to capture the many moments of a Winston Cup weekend. An army of still photographers march through the garage and around the track, well armed and well focused, with a single mission in mind: to bring this fast-paced sport to a standstill. Each week their work is a reflection of Winston Cup racing, and at any given event they'll shoot
probably in the average of 30 to 40 rolls in a weekend. The exception would be Daytona and Charlotte, where I might shoot anywhere from 60 to 100 rolls of film.
Then we have to go back to the lab, process the film, edit, make prints. Our deadline is 8 o'clock Monday morning.
And who are they shooting for?
I shoot for Auto Week first.
Right now for Stock Car Magazine, we do a lot of freelance work.
Winston Cup scene, 3 years, and before that I did some for Stock Car Racing Magazine.
I work for Dixie Racing News.
And of course there are always the corporate accounts, but you can never be sure where that coveted photo may end up.
To this day, I'll go into a racing collectible shop and I'll still see posters and postcards that were done 2, 3, 5, 10 years ago that I never even saw before. There were pictures that I supplied to clients. They end up used in a postcard or a poster somewhere. You know, I never even saw it until 5 years after the fact.
Some photographers can spend Sundays racing up and down pit road, trying to grab that one super shot. Or for some, the challenge is a more personal portrait.
I'm a person photographer. I like to shoot people. Race cars going around the racetrack all the time. It's basically the same thing. Unless you get something really dramatic, it's the same thing. The challenge is the low light situations I get into in the garage and staying out of the way, and at the same time getting in there and getting the photographs of these guys. And I think the drivers always get the publicity, but the crew guys don't. And that's what I'm trying to do.
Russ and Joanne Hamilton have made photography a family affair, crisscrossing the country in their car to shoot the Winston Cup cars.
I used to be a police officer in Pennsylvania and always liked race cars, and I just went a couple of times and got lucky with a couple of shots and got published, and one thing led to another, and I was able to get away from police work and get into this full time, and I enjoy it.
And every Sunday after the loud and long, fast-paced race, there is the photographic serenity of Victory Lane. It's enough to make even the most professional photographer shudder.